Tá aí, pessoal, continuando a saga Alan Wake Remastered, vamos agora para o capítulo 4.
Previously on Alan Wake, I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that writer just took out my deputies?
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
Alan, shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice.
There you go, Alan.
Hartman. I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus. There were only empty sheets of paper here. No manuscript pages. The door was locked. I was a prisoner here.
Fátima chegou.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
Bem, tem que seguir o
This
Dr.
corridor
Hartman.
is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course.
Rings. Tem meu nome aqui? Wake, aí, ó.
I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan.
Aí, tem até elevador, hein?
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Isso aqui? Toma zen, hein? Opa. Vamos lá. Continuar aqui a caminhada. Pô, o Dr. Hartman não me encheu o saco.
I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me. Alan,
Realmente é
what
bem
I'm telling
bonito, hein?
you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk.
After all,
Hartman
I'm the
obviously
one
loved
trying
his
to
own
bring you
voice.
out of the
His
world
words
you've
echoed
constructed
madly
for
inside
yourself.
my head.
But I
I
can't
dug my
do
nails
it
into
by
the palms of my
myself.
hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery.
Bem, vamos continuar, né, gente? Que o Alan Wake falou. O Dr. Hartman gosta da própria voz, então não tem o que fazer.
Come along. Let's go inside. Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Scary, scary, scary.
Emerson.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson.
Okay, sorry. Boo.
That's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on
Elbow
video
strike.
games.
Ooh, yeah.
It's trash, of course, but it does
I'll get
involve
him
some
to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
Pois aqui, vamos ver, pessoal. Deixa o Hartman lá, vai.
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Opa.
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better. Well, I guess I'd better start wrapping this up. The storm is almost here. Look at that. I'd hate to be out there tonight.
Voltar lá, senão o Dr. Hartman vai vir me encher o saco. Só ver o que tinha aqui, né? Cadê o do rato? Não tá
Now,
aqui.
you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Tem aqui. Ah, tá. Ixi, bastante coisa, hein?
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny.
Yeah!
Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Zane! You're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we'd forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
Aqui, vamos
Zane
ver.
could feel the poems taking form, shaping things. As if my head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom,
Oi.
got any booze on you?
Ok, falou?
Yeah, no.
We
Sorry,
have a
guys.
stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. Medicine. Clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I just noticed. Leather patches on the elbows? That's not very rock and roll.
Tom just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too, the damn witch.
She used us all. Taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch.
And my ravens, what were they? Memory and thought, the hag.
She took something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does.
We're better off. This place, the lake, it gives you power. If you're a creator, an artist, haga.
Nightmare shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake.
Yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and wrong. Just ask the lamp lady. She knows what happened to that other writer.
She's been using you, boy, and you let her. You went and opened the door for her, didn't you?
Now, it was already open a crack. And whose fault is that? We're morally corrupt, disease-ridden, old and stupid.
Doesn't mean he had to open it all the way, goddammit.
E aí, pessoal, o jogo que eles estão jogando é Night Springs, tá vendo?
Built the farm close to the lake, a place of power.
We had parties there, man. You should go there and have a party.
That Bob Baldwin threw the amp through the window. Hit that a hippie chick in the back of the head. 15 stitches and a concussion. Bob's dead now. Leukemia.
Stitches, snitches, and narcs, man. Bad scene.
Bem, acho que agora eles não vão falar mais nada, né? Vamos lá pro meu quarto. Aqui se tem alguma coisa, né? O cara ainda tá pintando aqui? Tá pintando. A vista aqui é bem bonita, né, pessoal? Vamos ser sinceros. Olha que vista, hein? Bem que tem essa nuvem escura aí, né? Que deve ser a escuridão que tá atrás do Wake. Mas o resto é bem legal. Vou ver aqui. É. O que tem aqui? Ah, tá. Isso aí é sobre o Hartman. Oh, achei. Uma garrafinha de café aqui.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? The typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
My nightmare is the writers who want to
Tem
make everything
umas
from the
fotos, ó.
characters to the toaster.
Bem, vamos lá, né? Vamos continuar o jogo.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Vixe. É, antes tarde do que nunca, né? Parece que o Wake percebeu quando ele estava escrevendo, né? Que, na verdade, ele não ia conseguir salvar a Alice. Vamos ver o que acontece agora, né? Tem mais alguma coisa aqui, ó. Mais uma garrafinha, hein, pessoal? Isso aí.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key. Hartman wanted me to write. I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a hawk.
Vou escrever, né?
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
O que tá acontecendo, né? Tem um tumulto, dá sair pra cá. Tem uma página aqui, hein?
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of them. Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. And if she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the key to the office from Sinclair. I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd be keeping them.
It's time to pay the piper.
Não é por aqui, não. Vamos ver uma coisa rapidão, pessoal.
Giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place.
Ah, parece que o Barry já veio aqui tentar me visitar, né? O que é isso aqui?
The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
Então o Hartman ficou me manipulando esse tempo todo, hein, pessoal? Ele era o amigo do sequestrador, do suposto sequestrador, né?
Recordings Hartman had made at the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
Now, Mrs. Wake, can you tell me about Alan's problems?
He's more and more out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that'd lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake. What would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes. And I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems, always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him, and we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording.
Rudolph Lane's case is interesting. He was completely blocked, and frankly, I was about to discard him as useless. However, once Wake arrived and started writing, something changed in Rudolph. He's producing extraordinary work, increasingly dark pieces. Unfortunately, he doesn't respond to direction at all, and it's my belief that he's not so much a creator as an illustrator, perhaps, a recorder of sorts. I hadn't considered the existence of such a role before, let alone its implications, but the paintings he has produced are informative. At least he's easily controlled and useful. I wish I could say the same about Wake. It's frustrating that the best subjects are always so damn difficult to deal with.
Coisa, vamos ver.
I'm buying that. I was tailing Wheeler, and this is the only place he could have gone. That means Wake is probably there too!
Agent Nightingale, this is private property, and I will not allow you to disturb my patients.
Yeah? I can get a warrant. How would your fragile little patients like that?
Oh, I'm thoroughly intimidated by your mighty authority now, Agent.
Listen, you smug snob. How would you like it if I busted through this gate and knocked you around a little?
Agent Nightingale, first of all, I'm recording this conversation, so you might want to watch what you say. Secondly, you're not dealing with a hick now. I know the law, and if you can get a judge to grant a warrant, I'll be glad to cooperate. But you won't get one. Be advised that any further communications with me are to be made through my lawyer.
I don't believe this.
Good day, Agent.
Yeah.
29,5, aí já tava vindo atrás do Wake, mas o Hartman não deixou entrar. Aqui parece que são as pinturas lá que o cara tá guardando, né? O Hartman tá guardando. Daquele cara que a gente conversou na varanda. Vamos ver o que fala aqui.
Hartman wasn't happy. Maud could see.
Vamos ver o que mais tem pra cá.
Let me out of here! Hartman, do you hear me? I'm gonna sue your crazy quack ass to shreds!
Barry?
Ah, chamamos o Barry aí.
Time? Barry, man, am I glad to see you. We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no!
The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy, Al. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta get going.
Vou pegar aqui a nossa... Ei. Vou pegar minha garrafa de café, né? Vamos ao consultório do Hartman.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Ixi, acho que a escuridão pegou o Hartman, hein? Olha a lanterna. Ah, legal, tem uma... Legal, né, pessoal? Tem uma arma, mas não tem o... Fala, vixe, ó, a escuridão tá tomando conta aqui, hein? Opa, ai, caramba! É, ó, a escuridão tá tomando conta, hein? Vamos ficar rápido aqui. Vamos, Sr. Wake. Foi? Ixi. Opa! Pô, mas não tem uma lanterna. O que vai ter? Ah, o gerador aí. Agora eu tenho a chave, né? Aqui dá pra vir? Não. Ixi! Tá tudo agora. Ixi, o gerador aqui é mais difícil, hein? Ó. Olha quantos objetos, hein, pessoal? Já foi, né? Vamos ligar de novo aqui que ainda temos objetos ali, né? Olha lá, já estão me acertando aqui, meu. Ixi. Onde a gente vai aqui agora? Ah, temos aqui um sinalizador, hein? Ah, aqui onde estavam os 2 irmãos lá. Coisa aqui?
Most of us have felt its shadow on us.
Oh, Night Springs, hein?
Your back, a glimpse from the corner of the eye. You can't find it on purpose, but take a wrong turn, or the wrong place. Wherever you are when you wake up, and you will find yourself in a small town. Night Springs.
Continuar aqui, ó. Página do manuscrito.
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front.
Tonight's episode.
Parece que não tá aparecendo a legenda, tá, gente, desse aqui. Ah, mostrou. Nossa senhora. Eu falei, tá, gente? Eu vou fazer uns vídeos com todos os Night Springs, tá? Mas pra colocar aqui no jogo vai ficar muito longo esses vídeos. Ixi. Que é isso? Ixi, a bola tá atrás de mim. Ah, ela vai quebrar ali a porta pra... Ih, ali já fechou também. Vamos. Ai, caramba. Vou desviar na última hora, hein. Corre, Wake. Agora é hora de seu fôlego funcionar aí, meu filho. Vamos. Opa, au. Opa. Aqui. Ixi. Esconder aqui, porque eu tô meio... Bem, me acertou, mas pelo menos eu consegui sair, né? Opa, vamos lá. Barry tem a solução aqui, mas calma aí, eu tenho alguma coisa aqui? Ah não, é a lanterna dele aí, ó. Vamos lá, vamos embora. Passa essa lanterna pra aqui. Oi?
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al.
Tá de sacanagem comigo.
Oh God! Look at the house, Al! Look out!
Nossa, a casa foi tomada pela escuridão, ó. Proteger aqui com o banquinho, né, pessoal? Acabou. Vamos ver se ele... Vou pegar aqui a garrafinha de café. Será que ali tem alguma coisa, pessoal? Vamos ver. Não. Nosso Barry é um inútil também, não me ajuda em nada, hein? Coisa aqui tem, pilhas, maravilha.
Oh, jeez, Al! The house looks bad! Let's get out of here!
Fácil pra você falar, né, Barry? Ó, já caí num beco sem saída, maravilha. Vamos ver. Isso aqui é um labirinto, pessoal, que maravilha. Tá escrito aqui, don't trust. Opa! Don't trust. Não confie no Emil. Não sei o que significa, tá? Não tem nada pra cá, então agora a gente tem que vir. Pô, tem até tipo uma fontezinha aqui, legal, hein? Mais uma página do manuscrito.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area.
ver. O que mais que tem aqui? Ah, mais bala aí, ó. Maravilha, hein? Não sei se eu fico feliz ou triste de encontrar mais munição, sabe, pessoal? Porque quando você encontra mais munição, significa que vai ter mais inimigos. Tá. Tá indo pro barulhinho? Não tava fechado nesse programa. Opa! Tá bom, meu amigo. E minhas balas também estão quase acabando, né? Pra lá, saída, pra cá, vamos ver. Pra cá acho que não tem nada, né? Não, tem aí, tem uma folha do manuscrito. Opa.
Hartman hurried down the corridor. He had disliked.
Vamos ver, tem bala não? Temos. Ainda bem, né?
You get 2 pills in the morning, and then you'll be nice and calm all day long.
Vixe, é o capanga ali? Acho que é, né? Nossa, cara, parece que de bala que nem arma, hein? Foi de quase, acho que 12 balas. É. Será resistente mesmo, né? E a gente tem uma garrafa de café aqui, tá, pessoal? Aí, ó, nossa pistola sinalizadora e o kit de emergência aqui para ajudar a gente, né? Tem aqui? E aqui tem alguma coisa? Opa! Maravilha, hein? Munição sempre é bom, e novas armas, né? Vamos ver a página do manuscrito.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money. A beautiful.
Aqui tem outro que acho que eu não vi, ó.
Followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the writer hit...
Isso aí. Eu falo, tá, pessoal? Quem quiser ler aí os manuscritos, tá? Aconselho a... Como fala? Pausar o vídeo, tá? Opa, gastei um negócio aqui, não já tô, mas tá bom. Opa! Agora usei a arma errada. Opa, pegou de surpresa, hein? Tem outro aqui, ó, sinalizador. Vamos ver aqui. A vista aqui do local é muito bonita, né, pessoal? Isso a gente tem que admitir. Vou pegar a página do manuscrito.
Barry was just glad he had survived the fall.
E aqui não tem nada. Tem, ó. Emil made Tom do it. A Emil fez o Tom fazer isso, né? Fazê-lo, sei lá. Ó, gente. Feliz de ter bastante munição aqui, pilha, né? Mas a gente sempre fica receoso, né? Quantos inimigos vão vir atrás de nós? Tem pra cá. Opa, acho que eu já vi uma coisa ali, hein? Duas munições da pistola sinalizadora. Bem, aqui é para onde que a gente vinha mesmo, tá? Acertou o caminho. Sempre, ó, tem computador, tem escopeta, tem pilha, tem munição à vontade, né? Até a garrafa de café. Não falo preocupado, né? Porque provavelmente vai vir inimigo. Vai vir bastante inimigo pra gente matar, né?
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man.
Ali, olha o Barry. Chegamos. Só ir embora agora. Eu tô, meu.
Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Como assim, talvez?
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so,
Quê?
Barry, I'll find it. Don't worry about it.
Barry tá de sacanagem comigo. Olha lá, já tá vindo brutamontes em cima de mim, pessoal. É 2, 3 do lado aí, 4.
Hurry up, Barry.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
Ai, errei a arma de novo, hein, pessoal.
It's gotta be here. Just hang on now.
Eu achou uma moeda, meu. Que sacanagem comigo.
I found it! I found it! Ah, no, wait, that's a...
Pô, não para de aparecer bicho aqui, hein? Só que o cara me empurrou, hein?
Al, please tell me we're headed for the nearest "You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon" sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
A casa foi totalmente dominada aí pela escuridão, hein?
crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest...
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it.
Look out!
Nossa senhora, hein, pessoal. Acidente feio aí que o Alan Wake e o Barry sofreram. Estão vivos.
God damn it, Al, talk to me!
Ixi.
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Não tenho arma, não tenho nada, como sempre. Ainda tô, ó, com pouca vida.
Barry! Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way. Man, what a drop! And don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall.
Dele.
There's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Achei ele aqui, ó.
Yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al! I'm great! Guess you never messed with anyone from New
Cheio
York
Barry.
City before, huh?
Ah, tá ali o Barry aí, ó. Legal que ele tá carregando lá o meu cartaz, lá o meu...
You're gonna have to find your way around to the farm, Al! I'll be waiting!
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al! I'm not staying here! It's suicide! I'm going to the farm! I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area! You can catch up! Don't worry about it! I'm on the case!
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
Tá indo lá? Aí, ó. Não sei mais onde ele tá mais, não. Ah, tá indo ali, ó. Ó o Barry ali. Bem, vamos esperar que ele chegue em segurança. Ixi, nossa senhora. O que eu falei, gente, até o jogo acabar não vai mais ter floresta não, hein. Ai, caramba, agora tem os bichos aqui atrás de mim, essas coisas, eu não tenho nenhuma lanterna. Ah, mas eu tenho essa lâmpada aqui, pena que não dá pra eu carregar. Ó. Opa. Ixi. Vou pegar ali a folha do manuscrito, né, pessoal?
When he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved.
A luz já apagou, hein? Ali tem uma garrafa de café ali no final, ó. Me deixarem, né? Ai, cadê? Aqui tem mais coisa atrás de mim. Ixi. Opa, opa. E aqui, pegar a garrafinha de café. Vamos, senhor Wake, corre. Não tenho uma lanterna, não tenho nada. Quase suicídio, hein? Ixi, ferrou. Nossa. negócio aqui atrás de mim. Ixi. Au. O Wake também já não tem mais fôlego, meu. O cara não corre. Vamos, Wake. Hora de correr, Wake. Corre, Wake. Caramba, meu. Nós temos aqui. Ixi. Tem alguma coisa aqui? Não. Ali tem, pessoal, ó, uma... Opa! Ai, caramba! Não vi que ia cair aqui, hein?
I hoped there'd still be a working generator somewhere around here to power up the old lights by the gate.
Folha do manuscrito.
Agent Nightingale stared at the passed out rider. The man was...
Tem alguma coisa aqui? Nada. Oh, podia dar pra usar aqui tipo um lampião, né? Vou pegar isso aqui. Ela tá no lugar errado, tá vendo, pessoal? Vamos... A gente faz aqui, ó. Tirar a lâmpada. Vai aí. Vai, agora fica balançando. Ah, foi aí, ó.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Perigoso, é suicídio, Alan. O que tem aqui? Opa, pelo menos eu vou ter uma lanterna, né? Melhor que nada. Eles falam aqui, não confie em ninguém no escuro. Opa. Tem alguma coisa aqui, pessoal? Não. Não temos nada, então vamos continuar, né? Já apareceu? Ixi, Maria. Aê, na hora, hein? Nossa senhora, nunca mais eu consigo isso, hein, pessoal? Ali eu já vi que tem alguma coisa ali, ó. Opa! Vai pra trás de mim de novo. Não tem problema não. Opa! Cai fora. Cai fora, cai fora. Nossa! Agora tem 1 milhão deles em cima de mim, né? Alguma coisa aqui? Não. A fazenda. Opa!
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
Isso parece bem o Barry mesmo. Vamos ver se é, né? Achamos alguma coisa aqui. O que será que é? Ai, ó, uma lanterna melhor, hein? Opa! Daí sim. Pilhas alcalinas e garrafa de café. O pessoal tava fazendo acampamento aqui, hein? Aqui, hein? Opa,
The car
tá
was heading
subindo.
for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
Opa, o que temos aqui? Nossa, segura que eu não tenho uma arma, hein, gente? Só lanterna mesmo aqui. Caramba. Ixi. Ah, o Zen. Ou
I'm
não?
trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path.
E aqui?
The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing strong.
Aí. Bicho, isso aí é aqueles... Como fala, pessoal? São aquelas armadilhas lá, hein? Então não dá pra cair nisso aí não, hein? Vixe! Acabei de falar, já deu ruim, né? Deu alguma coisa aqui, ó. Nossa, neblina, hein? Ah, deu tempo, hein?
Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
Opa, só uma escopeta, né, gente? Ó, bastante munição, né? The taken and filled with darkness. Os possuídos são preenchidos com escuridão, né? Ó, uma página do manuscrito, vamos ver.
The storm raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clean.
Isso aí. Vamos ver aqui, opa, tem alguma coisa aqui em cima, será? Que só um possuído aqui. Calma aí. Tchau. Ah, uma garrafa de café aqui, ó, pessoal. Tem alguma coisa aqui? O que tem aqui? Onde eu tava? Não. Mas também não tem nada, hein? Vamos ver aqui. Eu não vou correr por enquanto, porque não tem desespero, né? Deixa pra gente correr a hora que precisar mesmo. Agora, por exemplo, pessoal, é uma ótima hora para correr, tá vendo? Ali, hein? Não estamos tão longe, não. Agora eu vou ficar esperto aqui por conta das armadilhas, né? Deixa mais um aqui, mais um ali. Olha lá eles aqui, olha quantos, hein? Aí, agora sumiram todos, hein? Na luz eu me recupero, então não tem tempo ruim, hein? Opa! Bem, parece que pra cá não tem nada, né, pessoal? Fica de olho aqui que logo eles aparecem, esses possuídos aí. Vamos ver aqui, aqui não tem nada, né?
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
Bem, vou procurar agora, é o Barry ou não é, hein? Coloca aí nos comentários, né, se vocês acham que é o Barry ou não.
Hello? Anybody here?
As pilhas. Vixe.
Barry!
No! Danny, you're not! Please!
Vixe.
What are you? No! Don't! I'm sorry!
Eu subo aqui, deixa eu pegar aqui a garrafa de café. Ah, por aqui. Vixe.
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. But my buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up
to a real good movie where the best friend's suddenly the bad guy who wrote this crap anyway.
Vixe, o cara morreu. Isso aí. Bom nem responder pra ele, né? Quem que escreveu esse filme ruim, né? Porque pelo visto acho que foi o próprio Alan Wake que escreveu enquanto ele tava na cabana, né? Vixe, aí ó, mais coisa.
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way. Near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who will help me. I'll make it happen.
Tá aí, né, gente? Aí ele mostrou, né? Acho que tá mostrando o passado dele, né? Como ele fez pra aparecer nessa história. É aqui. Escuro aqui, hein? Opa, aqui. Ixi.
Let me guess. Danny, huh?
Ah, esse era o Danny.
The front door was locked.
Vamos por aqui, né?
The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast.
Bem, agora eu tenho um carro, né? Opa, aí ó, gente, olha o símbolozinho. Vamos ver aqui. Ah, aqui é o porão. Tem um animal. Opa, aqui ó, nossa caixinha maravilha aqui, hein? Vamos ver o que tem nela. Opa, granada, ó, tudo, hein? A caixinha tava boa. Vamos ver aqui, o que tem aqui. Ah, essa daqui é aquela porta que tá fechada, tá vendo? Se tivesse aberta, a gente ia sair ali na sala da casa. Nada, hora de pegarmos o nosso carrinho e ir embora, né? Tem alguma coisa aqui? Vamos ver se tem alguma coisa aqui também, né? Opa, ó. Eu acho que a gente ia perdendo essa página do manuscrito, hein?
For a moment, Hartman considered strangling the idiot.
Isso aí, vamos ver aqui. Agora não tem mais nada mesmo, né? Tem alguma coisa pra cá? Não. Bem, um pouquinho aqui mais pra cima, né? Não, não tem nada mesmo. Vamos pegar aqui a picape possante, potente. Vamos lá.
If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I'd made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry.
Ó, uma garrafa aqui, hein, gente, ó. Achei uma aqui, hein. Aí, vamos continuar, né? Tem alguma coisa por aqui não tem nada. Parece que ali tem, ali tem uma cabaninha ali, ó. Ó a cabaninha bonita. Vamos ver o que tem aqui, né? Ops, não dá pra derrubar a caixinha de correio, que chato. Mas ali tem um jipinho, se a gente quiser, ó. Tem alguma coisa aqui? Opa! Ou se tem. Aqui, ó, munição pra pistola. Ô, gente, ó. Já tava errando, hein? Eu ia jogar o Pistola sinalizadora, hein? E aqui tem mais, ó. Nossa. Aqui ele troca automático, tá vendo? Quando ele... Aqui tem pilha. Tem alguma coisa lá em cima, será? Vamos ver. Tem só uma cama mesmo, mais nada. Deixa eu ver, eu não consigo descer aqui. Nossa. Tem alguma coisa aqui embaixo, aqui atrás, vamos ver. Não. Aqui não tem nada. Bem, entrar picape e o jipinho, eu vou ficar com o jipinho. Para acender os faróis lá em cima, né? Será que a hora que eu aperto aqui o A? Não, só os faróis mesmo. Opa, oh, agora sim estamos falando minha língua, hein, pessoal, ó. Aquele sim, né? Carrão potente ali, ó. Vamos subir ali na torre para ver se a gente acha alguma coisa, né? Opa, chegou bastante coisa aqui, ó. Ah, o rifle de caça. Vou trocar, vai, se eles estão oferecendo aqui, ó. E... eu tô com mais bala. E aqui tem o rádio.
Well, as I'm sure everyone's noticed, that storm we all felt coming is finally here. The boys at the Weather Service reckon it'll last until morning at the very least. Pertaining to that, let me read that missing persons alert again. The Sheriff's Department's still looking for a Caucasian woman, 30 years old, slim and blonde with blue eyes. She may be lost in the woods, and it's possible she's been injured in a car accident. If you see her, please make sure you get her indoors and call the sheriff. It's bad weather to be caught out in.
Pessoal, pelo menos estão procurando a Alice, né? Minha esposa aí no jogo.
This is Pat Main on PBF FM. Hoping you're all safe and warm tonight.
E vamos lá, né? Vamos pegar agora aquele carro potente ali, né? Que isso? Dando uma emboscada aqui pra mim, meu. Vixe, Maria. Será que a gente pegar uma peça nele, gente? Tá. Nossa senhora, esse cara é um brutamonte, mas tá rápido, hein? Ó, aqui tem luz, ele não pode vir. A luz ali não funciona muito, não. Agora não tem mais problema, eu já tô longe aí, ó. Vamos ver você versus meu carro possante potente, meu filho. Vamos lá, pode vir agora, vamos lá. Você versus o farol do meu carro, vamos ver o que é mais forte. Vamos lá. Você acha que você é o bonzão, então? Otário. Vem de novo, tem? Tá bem? Pode vir, tô te esperando aqui, meu amigo. Vem, toma! Aí, ó. Parece que meu carro possante potente é melhor que você, meu amigo. Vamos ver pra onde que a gente tá indo aqui agora. Opa, opa. Tem aqui, onde que a gente vai dar aqui? Oh, tem uma cabaninha ali. Ah, não, mas aqui é onde a gente tava, ó. Eu vou voltar por ali. Aqui era, acho que um atalho, talvez para chegar na fazenda mais rápido. Ó. Esse carro é bastante potente, né? Nossa senhora, olha isso. A escuridão tá atrás de mim mesmo com força total, hein? Ixi, olha lá. Carro versus possuídos, o que vai melhor, hein? Pensei que o B era o freio de mão, gente. Confundi aqui. Tomado para os outros jogos, né? Tem mais um e outro ali, lá. Vamos lá. Tchau. Agora onde que é que eu tenho aqui? Ah, aqui, ó. Aí que eu vou fazer eu vou usar um truque aqui, né, gente? Vai que vem mais possuído atrás de mim, ó. Desse jeito eles não conseguem chegar, tá vendo, ó? O carro tá bloqueado. É, não adiantou nada, porque eles vêm por aqui. Tá bom. Olha lá, tá fazendo possuído. Nossa, isso é muito complicado. Aqui tem alguma coisa pra cá? Não, só uma árvore caída que não dá pra ir pra lá. Então, vamos vir por aqui, né? Bem, ali acho que é a fazenda. O que tem pra explorar aqui, né? Tem alguma coisa, ixi, ó. A tintinha aqui. Ah, tá aqui, ó. Fechamos. Aqui, ó, já chamo. A gente tem aqui, opa, bala, tudo, hein? Maravilha. Eu tô na esquina lá, meu amigo. Temos alguma coisa pra cá? Tem aqui? Não. Só um banheiro dos anos 50 aí. Vixe, aqui tem uns túmulos, hein? Vixe, que é isso? Pô, tá de sacanagem. E o que mais que temos? Nada, né? Bem, podemos ir pra lá agora. Bem, aqui é o local que eu entrei, né? Ou não? Não, acho que essa porta não, hein? Não lembro de ter entrado aqui, não. Bem, também não resolveu nada, né? Porque aqui não tem nada. Mas beleza. Bem, vamos lá agora tentar chegar na fazenda, né? Fui.
I'd known the brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Isso aqui é um palco, hein? Que eles faziam o show deles, tá vendo? Aqui tem a arquibancada. Opa!
Run! Incoming! There's too many of them!
God damn!
Uma garrafa,
Glad you
pessoal.
decided to go it alone, Mr. Johnson.
Shut up and shoot!
Vixe.
We have to fight them all! I can set off fireworks from here and help you out! Now, did you notice there's a lot of ammo in
stuff around? This place is stuck! Ow! Hold on! I'm trying to get the stage lights on!
Opa. E a coisa tá boa, hein, pessoal? Nossa, ó. Tudo aqueles escopetes aqui. Aí, ó, gente, tem uma lanterna mais forte ainda, hein? Ah, essa sim, ó.
Stay in the light! No, no, no! Why do you keep doing this to me? Do it for Barry, please, please, please!
Ah, beleza. Calma aí. Nossa. Aí, hein? Vencemos todos, hein, pessoal? Nossa. Explosão, hein? Agora vamos recarregar.
Was awesome! Bright Falls, rock and roll capital of America.
Bem, deixa eu trocar agora aqui, né? Porque a outra tá quase sem bala. Agora a gente recarrega, né? E realmente tem bastante bala, bastante pilha, tudo, né? Vamos ver, tem alguma coisa? Ainda consegui pegar, gente, a garrafa de café ali? Acho que sim, né? Consegui sim. Tem alguma coisa aqui atrás? Vamos ver. Opa. Os milho aqui, o pé de milho tá me atrapalhando, hein? Parece mesmo, tipo um pé de milho, sei lá, né? Vamos ver o que tem aqui. Opa, opa, um manuscrito aí, ó, a página do manuscrito, né?
Deputy Mulligan tuned Thornton's chatter out. He didn't think...
Vamos lá, Barry.
This way to the farm.
Bem, o Barry falou que é por aqui, né? Opa, quase caí aqui, hein? Ver aqui. Aqui é a estrada ali, né? Não dá pra vir por aqui. E...
See, bestseller? No reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new,
totem.
right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time. We need to get this thing moved out of the way.
This is as far as I got before they ambushed me.
Aqui, né? Tem alguma coisa pra cá. Ah, eu lembro que eu vi uma página do manuscrito aqui quando eu tava lá em cima, ó. Cadê?
As the deputies hauled Wake and Wheeler away, Agent Nightingale.
Aí, vamos ver aqui, o que mais que a gente tem. Bem, agora vamos lá, né? Acho que a gente tem que subir por ali, sei lá. Aí, chegamos aqui. Então a gente tem que dar um pulinho. Vamos por aqui, um pulinho.
Wake here has something to say. What's that, Al?
Ooh, I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes me very attractive and mysterious. Right now, I'm just standing here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
I think I see what you did there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No? Thought so.
Opa. Dá pra gente entrar agora?
Wow! You look at that thing, Al! They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they?
Ah, deixou o meu negócio ali? Olha só.
They must have done okay for themselves, so how come I never heard of these guys before?
And this from the guy who learned about Ozzy Osbourne through reality TV?
Oh, tá cheio de munição aqui, hein? Tem aqui? Ah, o Night Springs.
We all spend a third of our dreams in its soft embrace, somewhere between fantasy and
Hey, remember when I got you that gig?
Garrafa de café.
Real writing jobs got you started. Was this one of your episodes?
In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
We join Mr. Jones as he explores the endless dreamscape.
Ver o que a gente tem que fazer aqui. Tem nada aqui. Ah, tem uma escada ali, ó.
Hey, Jones, right? Listen, we're gonna have to wait until his highness over there is getting ready. Oh, wow. Who's that? You don't know him? What are you, new? He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything. All of this.
It's 1976. Madness reigns.
Vai, vamos ver aqui.
The Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
Ah, eles têm um barco viking mesmo, hein, pessoal? Os irmãos eram doidos mesmo. Vamos ver o que mais que a gente tem aqui. Provavelmente tem que apertar aqui. Vamos ver, tem mais alguma coisa? Ah, aqui tem a turnê deles em 75, hein? Ah, vamos ver. Isso aqui. Vai. Nossa. Sacanagem, hein? Barry tá indo embora e eu vou me ferrar aqui com esses caras chatos. Toma aí uns tiros. Deixa eu ficar ligeiro. Opa, esse tá voando mesmo, hein? Mais, caramba, caramba. Vai acabar minhas balas e não vai acabar a quantidade de inimigos aqui, hein? Tem mais bala? Não. Foi aí? Ah, meu. Putz, isso aí é aqueles caras super rápidos aí, ó. Escopeta mesmo, porque eu tenho bastante bala aqui agora. Vou pegar bem perto para aproveitar mais os tiros aí, ó. Depois eu venho pegar mais bala aqui, vamos ver se não tem mais inimigo aqui. O quê? Ah, o Barry tá ali, mano. Vou ter que dar a volta aqui, provavelmente vão me ferrar, né? Tem alguma coisa aqui? Não. O Barry esqueceu a minha... Lá, o totem, né? Que ele chama. Também é o meu cartaz lá, né? Vamos sacanagem comigo. Ixi. Calma aí. Ah, aí, ó. Vamos usar o nosso... fiozinho elétrico maravilha aqui. Opa! Mais pertinho em cima de mim não, hein? Nossa, velho, que Deus é essa, hein? Tá quase, hein? Quase morrendo aqui. Toma cuidado com esse fio aqui. Vem, pode vir, meu filho. Vem aqui morrer, vem. Bom um choquezinho que você vai ver que delícia que é. Opa, toma. Eu não posso acabar, meu. Otário. Aí, um a menos. Vamos lá. Tem munição extra, tá vendo? Essa é a vantagem aí, ó. Pior que eu tô com super lanterna aqui, hein? Alguma coisa aqui. O Wake, como sempre, tá morrendo já aí, ó. Correu 2 metros, acabou o fôlego. Opa, ó, aqui as latinhas pra gente acertar. E nada, vamos continuar então, né? Vamos lá. Ué.
Wow! Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single.
Good luck with that, pal.
Hey, you find us a way out of here, okay? I'm gonna take a closer look at this stuff.
Barry tá atrás de ganhar dinheiro aí, né? Como sempre. E vamos ver.
Be careful, Al!
Aqui a gente tem munição. Aqui a gente tem mais munição, mas não preciso, porque eu tô lotado de munição. Opa, tem um bicho voltado aqui. Tal.
I'm good. Keep your eyes open, okay?
Não temos mais nada aqui. Vai recuperar minha arminha, né? Recuperar a munição. Tem alguma coisa? Não. Só reflexo mesmo. Vou subir mais um andar. ver, temos nada aqui. Aí, vamos subir aqui. Aqui a gente tem o rádio, ó.
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work through the night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah. Actually, Pat, we've been real busy with other stuff, which concerns an ongoing investigation. We can't talk about that, Thornton. I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just saying we got, you know, other irons to fry.
And how would you compare your workload to last year's?
A gente tem que ligar aqui.
Relatively peaceful to me. People do tend to get a little wild this time.
Oh, it's wild, Pat. It's pretty wild. There's been
Tem pilha? Não preciso. Agora eu vou descer aqui, né?
I could see the building that had to be the Andersons' home on the other side of the field. It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
Aí, chegamos. Eu chuto aqui. Vamos ver aqui o que nós temos. Opa, bastante munição, hein? Sempre que tem muita munição, gente, o que acontece? Tem grandes inimigos, né? Corre aí, corre. E olha lá o tamanho dessa geringonça aí. Tem uma coisa que você pode fazer mais efeito. Calma. Um do outro. Não para, gente, de ter esses bichos em cima de mim, olha. Já tá bem de longe, ver se vai. Não. Tem que ser mais perto, então, pessoal. Vamos ver. Então, mano, eu tenho mais dessa daqui, ó. Toma. Oh, delícia, hein? Gastei quase tudo, mas venci os inimigos, né? Isso que importa. Aqui. É por aqui que eu tenho que vir agora, né? Aqui. Tem um item aqui? Deixa eu ver. Não, acho que não tem nada não, pessoal. Não tem nada aí não. Pra porta, descido pro Barry. Será que tem alguma coisa aqui? Tem, pegar a chave. Ah, precisava da chave, hein? Nada, essa lâmpada piscante é chata. Vamos ver aqui.
Al? Is that you out there, buddy?
Yeah, it's me. Hang on.
Hey, let's go, man.
Lá, né? Vai por aqui?
I think we're gonna have to work together to open this gate, Al.
Opa.
Looks pretty heavy. Hey, I think that's the farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there. This farm is a crazy place for crazy people.
We should feel right at home then.
Justo. Agora ele vai do outro lado.
Come on, one more gate. Let's do this thing.
Nossa, gente, tô vendo direito. Aqui é uma serra elétrica aqui no meio da árvore. Caramba. O que vocês estão falando? Ah, o Old Gods Know the Truth. Os velhos deuses sabem a verdade, né? Sendo que os Old Gods são os dois irmãos lá, né? Vamos ver se a gente não tem nada aqui, né, gente? Antes de entrar na casa. Se não tem nenhum item, nenhuma folha perdida. Parece que não. Uma bela casa que eles têm aqui, hein? Olha. Não sei porque tem essas madeiras aqui fora. Tem tudo, né? Você conta, sei lá, de furacão. Sabe Deus. Ah, ali tem tipo um deck. Legal, hein? Ah, o Barry tá aqui comigo. Maravilha. Vamos lá, Barry. Vou entrar na casa, né?
The lights are out. I guess we better check the fuse box.
Oh, eles tinham uma bateria aqui, hein? Caramba. O que deu lá pra examinar? Examinar.
The power downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box.
Vou achar a caixa de disjuntor. Onde será que tá? Aqui. Vixe, acho que a geladeira deles tá com problema, hein? Mas achamos uma garrafa de café. Tá, aqui tem um quarto. É aqui? Não. Ah, tá mostrando aqui no mapa, gente. É na parte de cima. E tem aqui, ó, mais uma garrafa de café, hein?
You know, this place looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were in the booby hatch.
Tá. É um quartinho básico que não tem nada. Uma folha de manuscrito.
Again, Alice's screams rang in the stillness of the night.
Come on, Al, let's get the lights on, huh?
Tá fechado. Não tem que ser aqui, né? Ah, tem um quarto maior. Ah, tá aqui, aí. Opa!
Can you hear that, Al? Music?
Of course. We need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talked about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Lady of the Light? Oh, that's gotta be what's-her-face, the crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right. Must be.
Vamos ver.
Okay. We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry, this is... Yeah, what the hell?
Seriously, because I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? And even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, goddammit.
Correct.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What? What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know, Al. I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
que vai acontecer agora, pessoal? Vamos ver. Teria um espírito aqui na ilha? Ah não, eu tô vendo que é os acontecimentos, ó.
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming.
It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened. I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off. I remembered thinking I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crashed car and finding the first pages of the manuscript. I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Alice!
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
Falei então, né?
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You'll laugh at the whole thing together and put it behind you.
Alice?
She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her. Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do. You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her.
Isso aí, pessoal. Descobrimos o que aconteceu nos 7 dias que ele ficou sumido.
Yes. I'll write. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back. No. I wrote it. I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobwebs she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish, to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away. but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. It will know I'm here. It will be back soon. It stole the skin of my art a long time ago. She looks so old.
I had woken up, confused and groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape. The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious, and fading fast. It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night. I wrote it. It's my fault.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault and you're gonna pay for it.
Vixe. Bem, terminamos aí o capítulo 4.